just knocks me out. And so I'm like, is there any scientific evidence or research that says, hey, this is why you fall asleep, as opposed to when you're looking at a screen? And it turns out that it's about that blue light that stimulates you, keeps you going, which is kind of weird. But, because it kind of sucks you in and everything like that. Did you ever see that? What's that movie called? It was an alien invasion movie where the aliens use this blue light. Once you look at it, it kind of brings you in to it. And they even had a sequel too. Let's see. Alien movie with blue light. It'll probably pop up. Skyline. That's it, Skyline. You love the smell of books. I like the smell of old books. Like books that are like 100 years old. And in that kind of era, they're pretty cool. I've got a couple of them, actually. In New York, I've got one that was from World War I. It was written as if it's a periodical. And it shows all the players, the kings, the emperors, the premiers of all the nations involved in Europe and in the region for World War I. And then it gives a history of what really started everything. And it gave live, like actual photos from the battlefields and from the front and everything. And they turned it into a book and sold it because it was more than just a newspaper. And it was, the date of this book, I don't remember if it was 1914, but I feel like it was. Like not long after it started. But anyway, I got to look at it. I have it in my storage. I haven't looked at it in decades. Well, not decades, but at least years. And but I think we got this at a garage sale or something. I couldn't believe somebody was selling it. I got it for like nothing, and it was great. The other one that I really like is I found old infantry army manuals for regular infantrymen. Now, the ones that they get out now when you're in the Army is like a soft copy kind of thing. In fact, the covers, the front and back, don't, like at least when I was in, didn't seem like there was much more than like a little fancier construction paper or that cardstock, right? But this is a leather-bound book, an infantry book, training for World War I time. And I got that, again, like an old bookstore, somebody was selling it online, not online, because I bought it when I was still in the Army. I think it was at a garage sale, a flea market, or something I bought it in Washington State. And I had that as one of my books on display, like when we were doing our room inspections and all that stuff. But the coolest thing is that reading the infantry tactics, a lot of them hadn't changed in about 80 years. A lot of like the formations and movement to contact and all that stuff. So anyway, I love the book and I loved it being an old book, but it was just really neat. So yeah, I'm in for books. I'm not for the book club. But anyway, getting back to that, the book versus the screen reading, there's that movie Skyline. So it's a 2010 movie. And here's the description, the AI overview. It says, features an alien invasion where strange blue lights descend upon Los Angeles, drawing people outside and leading to their abduction by alien spacecraft. These blue lights are a key element in the film's plot as they are used to immobilize and capture humans. So I thought, what if that is kind of what's happening with the blue lights in your screen? Ooh, creepy stuff now, right? What if the blue lights that they were doing in that movie is really what's happening with everybody addicted to their screen? And because it says they're a key element in the film's plot, they're used to immobilize and capture humans. Do they not immobilize you? Are you just looking at your phone, not aware of everything that's going on around you? At home, in your bed, on the couch, in your car. Hopefully not while driving. It's kind of like that. Anyway, all right, so this was just going to be a test that was going to end a while ago. So we will end it. But I'm going to give you the 9 o'clock update for the AP News. This is the test again. If you guys are just watching this and like, dude, what the hell are you talking about? I am totally just talking about this as the, we had to totally reboot everything, uninstall, reinstall software, just to get the software connected to Facebook because we were only able to do YouTube this morning. Anyway, problem fixed. And since you're here, here's a little treat. Here's your AP headline news.
I'm Ben Thomas. Texas Governor Greg Abbott says more than 160 people remain missing in the Hill Country, where the flooding death toll is already over 100. Saka Magani on what the Trump administration is saying.
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem.
We're still looking for a lot of little girls.
At a cabinet meeting, a visibly emotional Noem described the weekend scene at Camp Mystic. She was there a day after floodwaters swept it away, killing more than 24 campers and counselors.
The parents that were looking for their children and picking up their daughter's stuffed animals out of the mud.
President Trump says he and the First Lady will visit Friday as they hold out hope some survivors will be found.
Probably unlikely at this point, but there could be, I mean, they're thinking there could be the possibility, but what a tragic situation.
Sagar Magani at the White House.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu returned to the White House this evening for talks with President Trump about a proposed Gaza peace deal with Hamas. Earlier, during that cabinet meeting, Mideast envoy Steve Witkoff spoke of progress.
We are hopeful that by the end of this week, we will have an agreement that will bring us into a 60-day ceasefire. 10 live hostages will be released. 9 deceased will be released.
The Israeli military says 5 of its soldiers were killed in an attack in northern Gaza today. Meanwhile, health officials in the territory report 51 Palestinians killed in Israeli airstrikes. Separately, Israel said it targeted a senior Hamas militant with an airstrike in Lebanon. And Charles Sheeran reports for the first time in almost 20 years, travelers will no longer be required to take off their shoes for airport security screenings.
Some airports have already put this new policy into place unannounced, where they are not requiring shoe removal. On Sunday, that's expected to go into effect for most U.S. airports, and shortly after that at all U.S. airports.
This is AP News. Julie Walker reports intense downpours like those in Texas last weekend are becoming more frequent.
More than 100 people died in Texas Hill Country over the weekend after 12 inches of rain fell in just a few hours. Last year, Hurricane Helene dumped more than 30 inches of rain in western North Carolina, where flooding killed 108. Experts say human-caused climate change is setting the stage because a hotter atmosphere holds more water.
When we do these larger area analyses,
Atmospheric scientist Ken Kunkel at North Carolina State
definite signal that the most extreme rainfall events have increased in the eastern U.S.
But he says it's impossible to predict where flooding will occur in any given year. I'm Julie Walker.
The latest developments can be found at apnews.com. I'm Ben Thomas. Thanks for listening.
PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care. If you see something, say something. And stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. All right, and there we go. So that's your news, that's your sports. Weather, take a look outside. It is rainy in Saipan, no doubt about it, and it's not going to get any drier. Maybe tomorrow, but not today. Tomorrow we're looking at mostly sunny skies, a high near 87. As far as today, we're looking at showers and thunderstorms before lunchtime, and then just a bunch of scattered showers and thunderstorms after lunchtime. Chance of rain is yes. And the temperature outside right now, at least it's kind of cool at 77 degrees. Humidity there is enough to make it feel warmer at 94%. And that's it. So, man, thank you guys for tuning in to watch our little test broadcast where we had a little bit of fun and got you a news update. At least we're good for later. We'll have the closing ceremonies here at NMI News Service, and that's going to be a wrap. So we'll see you guys later. And great to see you guys. Vanuatu, the news service. You guys, great. Thanks for tuning in and checking us out a little bit this morning. We'll be back again in full force tomorrow. It's going to be a great day. Today's going to be a great day, too. So have a great one, and we'll see you guys later.